Hello everybody and welcome back to the second part of my CryEngine SDK tutorial series. Today we're going to talk about the viewport navigation, like how to navigate through the scene, and some graphical user interface you gotta learn, otherwise you'll be lost. Because the majority of the time you're gonna learn something about the graphical user interface through the tutorials itself, like we're gonna talk about the terrain, I'm gonna talk about the terrain stuff, but you're gonna learn some basics first, otherwise you will be lost. Okay, so first we're gonna open a scene that actually comes with the CryEngine. It's made by Crytek, of course, so we're just gonna learn through that the first couple of tutorials, and then we're gonna go into making our own scenes in our own games. So first we're gonna open a new file, and it will be a cry file. Yes, I'm gonna explain that later. You gotta go into this CryEngine SDK folder and the game and level. So CryEngine 3, that's where I save it, actually extract it to instead of installing it. And you gotta go into game, then levels, and then you have the forest level. I have two more because I kinda like playing around with the engine. And open the forest one, and then you see this forest.cries. This is actually like the file the CryEngine reads, and later you're gonna save your scenes in that folder, in the levels folder, and then you have this little cry file. So let's open it, and let's open it. Click on it and press open, or double click it, and I'm just gonna do this way. And it should load. And you see this little bar down here? It says it's loading. Yeah, it's loading. Alright, look at that. That's just beautiful. Look at that. I mean, it can't be better. Alright, so now we're going to talk about viewport navigation. To navigate around the viewport, it's actually a lot like a first-person shooter. It's you can navigate through the viewport by pressing the WASD keys, just like a first-person shooter. So if you press the W key, you're gonna move forward. If you press the S key, you're gonna move backward, of course. And if you press the A key, you're gonna move to the side, to the left side, and if you press the D key, you move to the right side. So just like a first-person shooter, actually. And yeah, so it's pretty easy to navigate forward, left, back, right. So to actually rotate your camera, you gotta press Alt on your keyboard and hold down the middle mouse button on your mouse to actually rotate the camera around, and just drag the mouse and still hold down your middle mouse button and hold down Alt at the same time, so you can just rotate around your scene. And yeah, so it's just like better, I guess, and a bit more focused. Alright, so to actually zoom in and out of the scene, you're gonna hold down Alt and press your right mouse button and just drag your mouse, and you're gonna zoom in and gonna zoom out. I'm pretty sure most people are pretty familiar with Unity. It's pretty much a lot like that. And if you really, like I said before, if you're familiar with Unity, you find that if you just press the right mouse button and hold it and drag it, you're just gonna like rotate like in a first-person shooter kind of view. And then if you press the WASD keys, it's really more like a first-person shooter. See, so you're just gonna fly around. So that's actually it for the viewport navigation. You're just gonna like play around with it and just gonna learn it, and it's actually not that hard. And also to view like zoom, it's not really zooming, it's more like scrolling in and out. You're just gonna scroll your middle mouse wheel, and it's gonna zoom in and out according to how much you actually like scroll it. So that's pretty much it for that. Yeah, so you might see this is not really CryEngine graphics. I mean, look at that. I mean, Crysis looks better. Okay, two ways to change that is to go to configuring specs, and then you have high, medium, low. I have it at low for now. I can put it up high, but otherwise the screen recorder just will like get some weird. We'll do some weird stuff. So I'm gonna put it on medium for now. You see like the changes. Wow, look at that. That's much better. That looks more like Crysis. And now let's put it on high. Whoop. High. I mean, like, really, the difference between medium and high is really not that big. But my computer and Camtasia Studio just messes around with me, so I'm gonna keep it on medium for now. So have good graphics, but still good performance. Yeah, so that's pretty much for that. So just explore the environment you have here. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention. If you wanna like go up and down and to right and left without really like rotating your camera, it's just like holding it static, hold down your middle mouse button and drag it around. You will see that it goes up and down and left and right according where you put your mouse. That's another thing I really forgot about to mention before. So I'm gonna like zoom out and zoom in. So another thing, like in most people probably know about UDK, the Unreal Development Kit, that you can just basically test out the scene any time, and that's the same case with the CryEngine. And the way to do that is pressing Control G, and you will swap to like this player mode. So press it, and you will see that you fall down. I'm actually skydiving right now. Whoa, skydiving. To exit out of that and to save our player at this time, we will press escape. That was close. And you can just put it in anywhere. Actually, where your camera is in the viewport, there actually is a place gonna spawn right there. So let's put him right here. Press Control G, and he's spawning right here. So it's actually pretty much like a first-person shooter. Press Shift to run. Like I'm sure most of you have played a first-person shooter before. And then right mouse button to zoom, left mouse button to shoot. Then press R, the R key to reload. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then change your weapons. There we have binoculars. You can zoom in with the right mouse button. You have a rocket launcher. And yeah, so just press escape to get out of that. Wow. And yeah, so right now we are actually in the perspective view. It's also called sometimes the scene view, but there are more views than there are actually. That sounded weird. Sorry about that. To actually change that to like a 4 panel view to the front, side, top, and perspective view, you gotta go into display, and you gotta go to configure layout. Then you have your layouts right here. A really famous one is actually the viewport I just talked about with the 4 viewports, top, side, front. You're gonna click OK, and you see it opens up the front, the left, and the top, which sometimes, if you're familiar with Maya, is the side. Let me just check on the time. Alright, we're really running short on time right here. So stop the video soon. Okay, here we have our 4 viewports. If you want to change it, just go back and just change it to your favorite layouts. I didn't figure out how to have like shortcuts to do that. I'm still figuring out the engine itself. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the viewport navigation. Next time we're gonna actually talk a bit more about the graphical user interface and actually go into creating our own terrains instead of running around this finished team, because we actually want to create our own games, right? So that's for the next tutorial, and I see you in the next one. Have a good day.